also, Special Counsel Robert Mueller will protect the FBI in their relationship in regard to national security under the umbrella of Homeland Security, the NSA, the CIA, and others. And we released this before. Both Mueller and Comey are very well aware, as Robert Mueller was the former FBI director prior to 9/11 and just after 9/11, and withheld intel from the 9/11 commissioners about basically collusion of the president at that time, George W. Bush, and his brother, governor of Florida, in terms of the movements of the pilots throughout and training in the state of Florida, and also the relationship with the Saudis and through the royalty and the Bin Laden family, and there's been a lot written about that, how the president arranged for them to fly out when all other air traffic was canceled. Long stories here, but the good job Bob Mueller is to exonerate the president of Russia collusion, and also to revisit the email perjury of H. Clinton and potential obstruction of justice on the part of her husband, former President Bill Clinton, and also justify former FBI Director Comey's intervention in the election, and also examine why it was that former FBI Director James Comey did not release in July, that same month of 2016, any kind of information about the ongoing investigation at that time of the candidate Donald Trump's associates and whatnot. And both, and because of these things, both Comey and Mueller already knew that the NSA, and this has its roots in the Patriot Act, just after 9/11, that the NSA has capabilities in connection also with private security companies. We covered that before, how the Trump Tower was wireless by Ganzi, Ganzi, and this is a company, private security company of Jeb Bush, is newly on the board. And quite a few years back, Ganzi had the contract to bring the Trump Tower into the wireless world, and so we're very convinced that during the campaign in 2015, when Donald Trump declared his candidacy, and sometime around October, Jeb Bush laid out his particular cybersecurity platform, being the only Republican nominee candidate for president that had laid out a cybersecurity platform, and around that same time, the Bush family and Jeb Bush were searching for ways to stop the momentum of Donald Trump, to defeat Donald Trump, and so very likely at that time, through opposition research, we know that one of the Jeb Bush PAC committees funded the British spy that generated eventually the dirty dossier on our current president, Donald Trump. And at that time, through the Bush family, the Spy Network developed when under former President George W. Bush, even going back all the way to the father, George Herbert Walker Bush, when he was CIA director, had the capability through Homeland Security, NSA, CIA, really made the FBI irrelevant, And good job, Bob Mueller did a good job protecting the FBI's position in the cyber world and relationship via the Patriot Act to Homeland Security, the CIA, the NSA.